Sam didn't go trans.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Jeff, is trans Sam in this picture hot?
She ain't bad. Not gonna lie.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I paid for worse.
Yeah. Kind of my worst nightmare in a certain sense, but you know.
What are you guys talking about?
Muhammad and his inability to satisfy a 9-year-old.
Do you guys know the story about Muhammad and Sauda?
And Sauda? Like the Israeli TV show?
No, his second wife, Sauda.
No, I don't think I know that.
Okay, so it's pretty funny. So Sauda was an older woman. She was kind of fat. She was kind of scared that Muhammad would divorce her because she's like no longer beautiful. She's like an old fat woman. And so she's like scared that Muhammad would divorce her. And she goes to Muhammad, it's like, I'm scared you're going to divorce me. She's like, she's like, you can just stop visiting me at night and just visit Aisha and like visit your teen wife instead of me. Just don't divorce me. And then instead of Muhammad being like, no, babe, I love you. You're like literally my wife. Like I'm not gonna divorce you just because you're getting old. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like your life. Like I would never first abandon you. And secondly, I love you. I want to spend time with you. But no, he doesn't say any of that. He doesn't come for her at all. And what he does is he's like,
why are you guys so ugly? Every one of you guys are like so fucking weird looking.
Quiet.
Okay.
Bear down.
So, anyway, so then instead of like trying to make her feel better and like making her not be afraid of her, she's like, yeah, okay. And so he just stops visiting her and starts visiting Aisha instead on her night. He just completely stops visiting her. Like he just doesn't know what love is. He's like fundamentally incapable of love. Like anyone who's married to someone who would when your partner comes and says like I'm scared if you divorce me, just instead of comforting them, just being like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna fuck my teen wife instead of you. Bye, Sauda. I don't know.
The part that's funny to me is like he spent like I think 17 years with Khadijah. Like one wife, one husband. Like kind of normative by Western standards. And then she dies and he goes crazy, marries 13 women. Like he had a revelation, like she dead, I can fuck as many bitches as I want.
It's the craziest midlife crisis in history.
Like, totally.
It's okay. That's why we're going to turn Middle East into Christianity, right? We're going to take everyone and make them Christian. And if you're not Christian, you have to get the fuck out of the Middle East, There's no place for you if you're not a Christian in the Middle East.
I mean, that sounds like a bright future.
It does. It really does. Get the Muslims out, get the Jews out, and, bring Christianity back.
Inshallah.
And more civilized again. That means also kicking you people out as well. You have to go back to your host nations, wherever you came from.
I live in Florida.
So we would have to do genetic testings as well, because that,
I live in Florida. You live in Toronto.
Weird looking people that don't look around the mat.
Are you a baddie?
Oh, I'm a baddie. You don't know what I mean. I'm a baddie girl. You like baddie girls?
You're a bad.
I'm a naughty boy.
So I'm looking for a lot of girls pregnant.
I think you're probably not a bad girl.
She's a baddie. She is some mom.
So are you like the best?
I know you Jewish guys love Asian women, right? You guys like the Filipino. Like every fucking Jewish guy sees.
I'm not Jewish.
Filipino
I'm
woman.
Greek and Armenian.
Okay, whatever you say, darling. Whatever you like to be. One day you're Jewish, one day you're Italian. I get it.
You don't find a lot of Jews named Jewish.
Facebook, the CEO of Facebook is married to a Chinese. Are you serious? Like every Jewish guy sees like photo Filipino.
I mean, not everybody. Not all the Jews like Asians. Sorry, honey.
No, most of them do. Most of them do. Like every fucking Chinese I see is with a Jewish guy. Like even in Israel, there's a bunch of like Filipino girls working in Israel, right?
They work as cleaning ladies. What's your point?
I'm just saying why. You guys are very, like, you have a weird taste.
I mean,
You
they have a treaty
like
with
monkeys.
they have a treaty with the Philippines to bring in like low-skilled help.
Yeah, so you can fuck them too.
The reason is because a lot of white
Like in Dubai, they have
fat.
Filipinos, and most of
Because
the
they're less fat.
customers for Filipino
They're
girls
less
are
fat.
Filipinos.
Because they're less fat.
Yeah, I don't know. I live in Miami. I can't speak to any of this.
Oh, Florida. That's a mini Israel.
Pattern you see.
It really is.
It really
Thank
is a
God.
mini Israel, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And not including, like, we don't have Filipinos here, but, you know,
You have
We're not-
Cubans.
we do.
Puerto
But
Rican.
Cubans look like us.
Cuban
Puerto
don't.
Ricans look like us.
Cubans-
Yes, they do.
Cubans look like Puerto Ricans. They look like.
I mean, if you want to
They
go
look
to
like most
Louisiana,
Africans to me.
yeah, guess what? So,
Ashkenazis don't look the same as Cubans.
I mean, what's an Ashkenazi?
Ew.
No, I'm North African, you dumb bitch.
Oh, even worse. They're like the black type. That's even worse because I actually like the Ashkenazis better.
Well, good. You should go fuck some.
I don't like the
They'd
black
actually
ones
said-
'cause they're
they
dumb.
would ring your bell, you little
The
cunt.
smartest Ashkenazis are usually the only white ones. You know, the brown ones are stupid. Because, you know what, that Ashkenazi...
It's fine. You're a Somali. You're a Somali
I'm
little
not
cunt.
Somalian. Oh, I'm not even
Oh.
Muslim. I don't even give a fuck about Muhammad and your fucking
So,
dumb
what's your
religion.
deal? You just
You think
hate
I'm some
Jews?
fucking low IQ that believes in fiction?
Oh, you're definitely low
stories from
IQ.
thousands? Oh, my precious Jew, this land was promised. This is a joke. From Muhammad to Moses to Jesus, they were all doing drugs. They were on shrooms, and that is a part of history you guys
So
don't
what
know about.
are you? You want to
But
talk shit about
hey, if that
everybody?
gets your country, if that gets you guys a country, whatever it is, right? Like, love Jews, love Jesus. As long as you guys do your own country, after all, right?
Okay.
After
Welcome
all
to
those
Toronto.
years, all those tortures, practically were
No, Taco,
Treated
you fucking
like
suck.
blacks,
You're so
you know?
annoying. You're a piece of shit. I
Jews
hate
were
you.
like practically.
You're garbage human.
You guys
now.
were
Fuck
like
you.
literally garbage gypsies.
you, Alan.
You
What
guys are
is-
gypsies,
what-
right?
what
You
is
guys
your
are like the
background?
gypsies of Middle East. You go
You're
rounding,
stupid.
mixing,
No, I
and
fucking
come
hate
back. You know, it's all
You're a
good.
piece of
What's your
shit.
It's all
background?
good.
What's the line?
So why don't you get a nose job for your bar mitzvah?
You're just annoying now.
Oh,
Just-
I'm
just-
annoying. I'm
Most racial
sorry.
people in the world.
I'm like-
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
like-
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What if
What's your background? What's your background?
I don't think she can come back because I blocked the account. So
Nice.
Mm,
The problem with low IQ is that there's just no getting through to it.
Yeah.
well, look, she was trolling. The problem is like if you're gonna troll, like at least be fun. Like I mean, that's probably the biggest downside of this iteration of Clubhouse is the trolls aren't even good anymore.
we used to have some very, very good trolls. Mojo, you remember Sam? Not this Sam. Like the one that was talented.
Unfounded.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I don't know you that well, but this Sam, we don't even know where. I mean, I do know where he's from ultimately,
I'm the
but
better
for like
Sam.
years we didn't know where he was from,
He's inferior
what
to me.
country, huh?
He's inferior to me.
I mean, that may be, but I mean, we'll get to that. But this Sam, like, literally went through every ethnicity, made them his ally, and then offended them, and lost them. But ultimately, what he really hated was Muslims. And he lost the war for winning the battle. It was really sad. It was like Pyrrhic victory after Pyrrhic victory after Pyrrhic loss. It was really bad, but funny. You remember the guy I'm talking about? I would tell you where he was from, but I don't want to dox him.
I think
Like he was-
I know who you're talking about. Yes.
Big with big with the Indians for a while, and then he offended
Yes.
them.
Yep.
And then he actually had a bad day with the Jews. Just I think one bad day with the Jews, and it was enough.
Yeah.
I think he lived in Sweden. I think I can say that much, but where he was from would be too much, bro.
This app goes through these weird phases where people that were once like really good friends on the app become like the worst of enemies. They've never met in real life, but they know they hate each other because of arguments that they've had. It's just so crazy. I think one of the more entertaining breakups is, can I say this in here? Ann Hero and Monica have broken up. They're no longer friends, and neither one of them is. Here's the one level of maturity. Neither one of them is explaining why they're having their feud. Fairly recent.
I offended Monica the other day. I told her she sounded like a monotone phone sex operator.
Angel, I think at least one of the Anons, the one with this little sleepy emoji thing, I think that is Edmund. If anybody follows him, you can go check out if he's streaming the room. But yeah, I think one of those Anons is
What a loser.
Yeah.
Whether he's streaming or not, I really hope he kills himself soon. No one's going to notice.
Did you hear he was running for Congress?
I mean, not in a way that, like, is it like he's running in the way that like some crazy dude always runs in Chicago, in some district where he can't win. Like, that's fine. No one else ran, so he did.
Do you guys want to hear some more funny Muhammad stories?
Sure.
I mean, you want to talk about the gay anti-Semitic dyslexic donkey?
I mean, that one's funny, but the one that the one that I tell you about is there's just him spitting in the face of a young boy, which is like kind of weird. It's just pretty casually talked about in Hadith that he just sees a little boy at a well and he's drinking water, just spits in his face. There's also him tongue kissing his like, I think it's like a family member. I think it's his like nephew or something like that. It literally describes it as tongue kissing. And then there's also one which is in the Shia tradition where he kisses what they call the zabiba of one of this little boy, which means a raisin, but it literally says spreads his legs and kisses zabiba. So I don't know exactly what that's about. Kind of sounds like he's sucking his dick. Don't fully get it.
I mean, it sounds like Mohammed was a very giving person.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's a serious question. How in the fuck do 2 billion people globally follow this horseshit?
Yeah.
So they have a system with the Hadith, which requires people to be intelligent to understand how deliberately it's set up. Right? You've got Hadith that are like strong and Hadith that are weak, and so that whole system allows people to go like, yeah, man, that's a weak Hadith, even though like it's not. Right? Like there's a lot of multiple levels of plausible deniability built into Islam because of that system.
Got it. So let me ask you this, and I'm asking this honestly. So do you think that there are some that follow a interpretation that's good and productive?
No, you got two types of Muslims, terrorists and bad Muslims. But those bad Muslims are usually good people.
Hi, Ann. I was just talking about you.
You were.
I was.
Saying how amazing I am.
I was. We were talking about Clubhouse personalities and how sad it is that some people have feuded. And because it was a small room, I said the most interesting development that I've heard is that, and I heard this around the grapevine, was that you and Monica didn't get along anymore. And then I've asked both of you guys for details, and none of you will give it. So it must not be that big of a deal, because both of you are being very mature, and nobody wants to give any details of why you guys are fighting.
Well, maybe we're just not messy.
No, you guys are being very mature, far more mature than I am for mentioning this shit.
Look how far I've come since season 1.
Clubhouse is definitely over if these two are breaking up and it's not messy.
Is there any chance for reconciliation, though?
Oh, well, I mean, stop.
And put differently, I don't know what's going on, but I'm definitely on your side. What can I do to make it worse?
Convert to Muslim.
I think that would only make it worse for me.
Well, no, I would feel really bad and feel really sad for you.
I mean, I think if we're going to convert, I'll convert to Christianity and really confuse you. That's probably a better outcome.
Perfect. What denomination?
Lebanese, whatever.
Catholic.
Yes, exactly.
Perfect.
I've always said if I was going to be Christian, I'd be Catholic because, I can't do without the, pomp and circumstance.
What about Mormon? At least you get those fancy underwear.
No, it's fucking weird, bro. I know you're, and they're unintellectual. So unintellectual.
Here's the thing that they are, though. If we're going to be fucking honest, we could say that they're weird as fuck. I've had my experience with them. They've been very kind to my kid, all that kind of shit.
They're very kind. They're very good at. I think they teach an incredible set of moral standards. I don't have anything bad to say of them as a people, but in terms of a religious tradition and a people engaged in it, the worst possible match for what works for me.
Well, but here's the question. How does a group of people that are weird enough to believe that shit, how do they also turn out to be so fucking nice and reliable and trustworthy and all these other things? They're pretty good people. On average, I'm sure there's some asshole ones, but the ones that I meet, on average, are nicer than anybody else from any other religion that I meet.
I agree 1,000%. I can't argue with the outcome, but the recipe's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's like they put dog shit in the oven and it fucking came out a delicious cookie. It's amazing.
I mean, that's a little extreme. I don't think any of it's that bad, but
it's pretty bad, dude. Have you heard about the Liahona? Have you heard about this?
I think I have, but help me.
So it's like a magical GPS system. It was something that that Joseph Smith found, and it was his high-tech gadget that he found that put him in connection with God, and it would let him know when he was following the right path and not. It was basically like a high-tech Jesus GPS.
I mean, that makes sense that they would have something like that.
The Liahona. Nobody knows where it's at. I talked to these missionary kids, and they actually had a plastic version of it, and I offered to buy it. They would not sell it to me, and I offered insane amounts of money for this plastic Liahona. I'm going to go look on eBay and see if they have these, because it was...
They totally have one. You can get it from China. Very cheap, too.
The Liahona, that was weird. The other thing that's weird is some of the practices they have, their workarounds. You've heard of, the docking thing that they do?
Maybe, I don't know.
Where they don't... so they put, the penis near a vagina.
It's not called docking, it's called... what's it called?
Soaking or something like that?
Soaking, yeah, soaking.
Yeah. I think I heard it called docking. Whatever. Soaking, docking, whatever it is. But as long as you're not thrusting in and out, apparently there's no foul.
Yeah, and if you have a good friend who's going to shake the bed, even better.
Yeah, jump on the bed for me, pal.
Yeah, I mean, my interactions with them, and I've spent a little time in a Mormon temple, just was, I asked questions, and they're just well, we don't know. You want a candy bar? Oh, wait, no, that has candy.
I've heard them say that, in fact, in Doctrines and Covenants, you can look this up yourself, they have
words of wisdom that guide their dietary instruction. And it's not caffeine that they're forbidden to drink. Some people interpret it that way, but it tells you that you can't drink coffee or tea. Although you can drink herbal tea, but you can't drink tea from a leaf.
Sounds an awful lot like caffeine.
Well, but here's the thing. They can drink Coca-Cola though. Because there's something about it being hot, and then I'm like, well, what about iced tea? No, it comes from a leaf. But you could drink like a cold, caffeinated herbal tea. You can drink. A lot of them will drink a Coke or a Diet Coke.
Yeah, I think people just draw their own lines in weird places, but I've known enough of them. I think it's just the caffeine is like really where you're supposed to.
I wish we still had the guy. There was a Mormon dude on here, nicest dude. He used to come in here and he would say, "I love this. I read a book called Impossible Conversations, and I've told people about this book, but there's nowhere you can have these impossible conversations except for on Clubhouse." So this Mormon guy would jump into these again, sweetest dude, but man, some of the things he believed were hilarious. But he would be able to tell us the doctrine behind this stuff.
I mean, it seems to me like caffeine's the red line. You have people who will drink caffeine in different forms, and then you have people who are so religious they won't drink herbal tea. Like, it's like every other religion. You have those who do extra, and you have those who make excuses. But generally, they make some good people. And if the world's going to end, every Mormon household has 2 years' worth of dry goods, so you should go rob them.
Actually, I know where the local pantry is. If we had a real shit hits the fan moment, that's literally where I'm going to go.
The first target.
Yeah, because everybody else is hitting the Costco and the gun store. I'm going to the pantry for the Mormons.
100%. 100%. If only they didn't believe in guns, it would be like a perfect
one
environment.
wife, one husband.
I'm in Western Washington, so I've got some of the lefty Mormons that don't like guns.
Oh, yeah, you're a lucky man. I'm in Florida. The Mormons down here have AKs.
It's very interesting talking to politically left people that are Mormons, and like you talk like you some of the values, like you start realizing that like not all like lefties are built the same, because like they still hold on to some traditions that you would definitely think, oh, wouldn't that put you on the other side of a lot of these fights? But in Western Washington, they definitely they prefer them Democrats.
Oh, yeah. What's that about? The Democrats? What's that about, Ann? What's that about?
Jeff, did you watch the Book of Mormon movie? I want to watch it.
What did you want to watch?
The Book of Mormon movie.
I saw the musical. I never watched the movie.
The Trey Parker one?
Yeah.
How is it?
I actually thought it was offensive.
Really?
Yeah. It was very anti-religion generally.
I got some insights here. So, Section 89.9 of Doctrine and Covenants. It's the word of wisdom. It is the source of the restriction, and what it says is that hot drinks are not for the body or belly. LDS leaders, now this is where it gets interesting. LDS leaders, because they believe in living prophets, and so they have like LDS leaders that are the ones that can interpret what these mean, and they interpret hot drinks as coffee and black or green tea, and the faithful members of the are expected to abstain from those. So, but it does not. It's not in the Book of Mormon. It's in this additional book called Doctrine and Covenants, and specifically in the section of Word of Wisdom. And so
is that the Mormon Talmud?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you can think of it that way.
I mean, if anyone would, it would be me.
Well, hot drinks are not for the body. I mean, I would say that if you interpret that literally, then you couldn't drink warm milk either. However, I'm not the one to interpret it. The LDS leaders are, and they've interpreted it to mean coffee and black or green tea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Mojo, are you in a reconciliation mode or just looking for drama?
Why? Who's in here? What are we doing?
No one's in here, but apparently Sarah misses you.
Oh, no, I'm not done with her yet. I'm not done with her yet. She, you know what? She had every chance to get off the ride. You know what I mean? And she decided, I tried to tell her, hey, that's not a good look, and she just went and did it, and just doubled down, tripled down on it. So if she's going to be stubborn, I'm going to be stubborn. Because, by the way, I'm right. What she was doing was incredibly irresponsible and stupid.
Probably.
And that doesn't mean that there's not others that do it as well, but she was the one that annoyed me by doing it. So the others I've just kind of been accustomed to being the way they... So maybe I'm guilty of being a hypocrite, but I think stubborn's a virtue as well.
Fair enough.
I think the only way that I would patch things up with Sarah is if she ran a room to denounce her affiliation with Pepe, and to swear to not use the N-word. I think if she was to run a room doing that, that would be her path back to redemption with me.
I mean, both would be laudable. I don't know that she's actually affiliated with Pepe, though.
Oh, she modded a room with him. And,
I mean, if that was the standard, then, you know.
Well, she modded a room with him, and then when I told her that it was a bad look, this is the problem, right? I get it. I fucking mod rooms with animals, and some people argue that what I allow is fucking ridiculous. So I get it. There's levels of these things. The only reason it became an issue is because I took the time to genuinely say, hey, that's a bad look for you. And then she took offense by it and was just like a stubborn child to say, like, I'll show you, I'll just be even worse now. And so, okay, she chose her path.
I get that. I mean, you got to pick your battles. Like, I've given people advice they didn't take also. People are people.
This is true. If you had to rate though the most diabolical people that you've come across on this app, most of them come from that like terrorist sympathizing world.
No, not at all. I think
Nope.
you've modded with some of them.
Who?
We can have a private conversation about that.
Okay, so you all right? I hear you. Look, I'll talk in code, and you can tell me if you're catching what I mean.
You don't even have to speak. You know who I'm talking about.
Well, here's what I will say. I'm right. What she's doing. I think that there is enough questions that people ask
that make me go, huh. But what I can't put my finger on, and there's actually two people that I'm thinking of because they both fit the same description, where the stories don't add up, the conversations, the topics, I can understand why a lot of people are offended by them. What I can't put my finger on is the motivation of the individuals that are doing this. I guess that's as far as I want to go, and we can check this out.
No, I think the motivation is just an extreme level of insecurity.
Maybe. Everybody's curious who the fuck we're talking about. I'll just make up a name. We're talking about Hakima.
Actually, one of the least problematic people you've bond with.
I actually like Hakima, but it's every once in a while he will get a little crazy.
I mean, I don't particularly like him, but I don't think he's particularly problematic either.
No, I would actually break bread with him. In fact, when I was in Chicago, I hit him up, and we just, schedules didn't, I wasn't in Chicago long. I would meet up with Akima. I think he's very fucking interesting. I mean, he legitimately believes in flat Earth, and then on top of that, he's a nice guy. It's like okay. I want to sit down and look him eyeball to eyeball and go, okay, draw me a picture. Here's the napkin.
Yeah, I don't know him. He came kind of after I stopped modding in your spaces, and I don't know him well, but I've not heard anything that concerns me. I just don't know him well enough to be like, hey, I want to go have lunch with him. But
so here's the two weird takes he has. Number one, he believes that the Earth is flat, legitimately. Hold on, let me correct myself. He doesn't believe it's round. He's not committing to it's flat. He just doesn't believe it's round.
So it could be lumpy.
Maybe, or it could be like a snow globe, maybe. But he doesn't believe that he doesn't believe the round Earth theory. So he opposes round Earth theory. He doesn't necessarily commit to flat Earth theory, if that makes sense. And then the other weird one is that
he acknowledges there are mountains.
Yes. The other weird one is that he genuinely believes that the original inhabitants of North America are black, and the original ones. He's not talking about 1619. He's saying that the natives that we refer to as Native Americans, as Indians, he believes that those people were black.
No, the Indians are colonizers who killed off the native blacks of North America.
So you believe that the first people here were black?
No, I'm not saying what I believe. I'm just saying he can't possibly believe the Native Americans who are no longer black were black. Or is he saying that Native Americans qualify as black?
He believes they were the first people here, and that there's evidence to it. And then when you pin him down for a source, he'll give you a book from a legitimate historian that talks about relationships between the natives and the Europeans near the Great Lakes. In a very specific period of time as well, that doesn't help his story. And so we didn't read the book, but we did ask ChatGPT to help us understand what the book's main points were. And according to ChatGPT, it doesn't talk about blacks or the first people. It just simply talks about natives and the relationship with Europeans that came in the Great Lake region, and it's just a history of their relationship in that region. And so at least according to ChatGPT, and in fairness, I have not read the book, it doesn't make any of the claims that he says that the book makes. So that's just all.
I mean, it's an odd claim. Odd we'll start with just because it's so confusingly specific. But he might, in fairness, be able to clarify in a way that makes it more specific and then just wrong. Again, like, don't know, but
He also.
nothing.
Did you know what his religion is?
He's Muslim.
Well, actually, I think he pronounces it Muslim or something else like that. He is. He says that that he doesn't believe in the Quran. He believes in the Quran with the K, and not the one with the Q. It's a different book, and so the science is it's more science is what he refers to it as.
I mean, awesome.
It's very interesting because, like, I have to tell you, I've spent so much time trying to figure out what he actually believes because I've never met a human being. I've been on this planet for more than 50 years, and I have never met a human being that believes the things that he believes. And then when he's nice and he's willing to talk about it, it's like, wow, what a fucking opportunity. I feel like I'm talking to a caveman, but it's in.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but I mean, what did you say? Toxic. What was the standard you said for folks who run around this app? I mean, you got some other ones that are pretty fucking toxic and problematic, and we'd probably agree explicitly on who they are.
Yeah, there's people that I disagree with that I'm just like, wow, you really believe that? And then there's the people that are just fucking crazy. Then there's the liars. That's a whole other category. There's the grifters. That was my original beef with people on this app, were the people that were running rooms and trying to get people to invest in some fucking dumb shit. And so that was actually some of the first big rooms that I did, was when I was calling those people out, because they then came to the room to defend themselves, and so that's what brought the crap. That's actually how healthy debates like became like a thing that people noticed, was all of the grifter people. When I ran a room talking shit about them, somebody came in and then told them, like, oh, hey, they're talking mess about you. So they came in, then the room blew up, and that's how it all got started. But it used to irritate me how they would just take turns telling people this, that, and the other thing, and then they'd build a funnel to get people to, and, like, I'm just like, dude, don't fucking give your money to these people. Jesus Christ. But now I've kind of adopted a different philosophy of, like, man, if you're that stupid to give your money to them, fucking, you know, good on them for taking you.
Are you talking about a certain anti-Semitic real estate professional in South Florida?
I am not talking specifically about that person. There was a whole crew of them. It started with JT Fox was one of them. Do you remember him?
No, that's going back far enough. I don't remember him.
Yeah, so JT Fox was like, I mean, you can Google him. I mean, like, just Google JT Fox and fraud. JT Fox is what Grant Cardone would be if he didn't want to be able to fool people that he might be a nice guy sometimes. Right? Like, JT Fox is just like, I have no fucks, you know? Like, I am just a piece of shit. He had a weird hustle. This is what he would do. He would tell people in the room, hey, bring your startup idea. We've got people up in here that, we've got investors, and if you've got a good idea, we'll invest. We'll get on the horn with you right now. And people would give their startup idea. Then he'd get on there, and then he'd shit on their dreams and tell them how terrible it was, right? But then what he would do is like, you know what? I
I feel bad. I'm going to offer you some help. And then he would have some woman, I don't remember the woman's name, connect with them over the phone, gather all their fucking information, schedule a meeting. And then what they would do is say, hey, your business is not investable right now because of X, Y, and Z. I can help you get there, but you need to pay me a fee, a consultant fee, and I will fix your business for you. And then you could go and get investors or sell it or do whatever you want to do. But that was his pitch to. Well, he would start in the big room of just having people talk about their thing, and then I think there was carnies always have the one that knows that's in on the gig and and they let them win the big prize, right? I forget the name for that. But they would always have one that they're like, okay, we're going to give you the money. Great. Okay, cool. Let's get the information. And then the rest of the people, they would just put through this fucking horrible thing where they'd shit on their business and then offer them a consulting, gig. They're going to help them by them paying them a consulting fee.
And my favorite scam that I thought that amused me the most, hearing people complain about it, and I don't remember who it was, but they were selling some effectively magic VIP card, and people were buying it.
10K cards.
Yeah, that's what it was.
10K card. Yeah, that guy was a fucking.
That was hysterical. It was like, how stupid are you people?
He was one of the guys that I talked shit about originally, and he didn't come in the room, but some of his minions did, and then there was all kinds of these fucking people. The other one that I went after was Gary the Giraffe. Do you remember him? But
no, man. I stayed away from a lot of this shit. Like I never wasted my time with that part of Clubhouse.
Let me go find Gary the Giraffe's real name. He's got a rap sheet a mile long. It's crazy. Let's see. Forget his last name.
Yeah, I only tangentially got near a little of this. I remember being in some room about 10K cards, and some guy was just going off because his sister spent like $300 on some of these VIP cards, and they let him go for a while, bitching, and I was just enamored with the level of stupidity. It was wild. Like normal people get hustled for a couple $100 and they're like, oh fuck, I'm stupid, I learned something.
Well, part of what that dude's scam was he would get your business information, right? You'd give it to him and then he would go spin up a website with that name, but then he owned it. And then he'd do the 10K card thing, and then you'd be like, okay, cool, so give me the domain, and then he'd go, okay, I'll sell it to you. And then he wanted to sell you the domain that he only knew you would see value in because it was the name of your business. And so it was fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
But lots of stupid people. He got called out though pretty significantly. I would say this: the other grifters went for him. They turned on him. I think he fucked over the wrong person, and then you had some of the kings of that side of Clubhouse that basically said this guy's not legit, and then he left. What's crazy is if you still look at bios, there's people on here nice people, kind people, trusting people, foolishly trusting people that you're like, oh my god, they fell for the 10K cards thing. There was a guy yesterday that I hadn't seen on the app in a long, long time, and I looked at his bio and I saw the 10K card thing in his bio, and I was like, oh, not him, they got him.
All right, man, I gotta go to bed. Good night.
Have a good night. Ann, are you awake? Are you awake, Ann? Ann Hero? Not awake. Yoav, you're awake.
Yeah, I'm awake.
What's going on, man?
fine. Actually, Hakima told me about name. Gave me a name of a historian, Jewish historian who's believing there's a genocide in Gaza. And I checked this guy out.